And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media, the negative news cycles out there, helping you win in any marketplace. And we're going to go against that often negative mainstream media, providing you timely truths around all types of areas of business, finance, health, nutrition, lifestyle, and so many things that we're doing here to help people on a daily basis. Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region's #1 consumer advocate program. And we're going to educate, entertain, enlighten, and most importantly, we want to engage with you so that we can help you win.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Now, there's multiple ways that you can engage with us. You can save our hotline number in your phone. It's 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. And make sure you bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available for you on our website. You can see links to our past shows. You can see links to all of our expert contributors. Their contact information is there. And you can also submit a form that's going to come back to my team. And we're going to make sure we answer any of your questions. We had a lot of calls last week. People wanting to find out how they can improve their credit scores, reduce the chances of identity theft. Cybersecurity was an issue as well last week with some of the listeners. So we really appreciate you engaging with us. That's the reason why we started this show over 5 years ago. So we don't care if you're climbing a corporate ladder or if you throw a ladder in your truck on the way to work. This show's for you. Intelligent Talk Radio, we've got some intelligent folks here in studio as well. Nick Kick back in studio, BBMC Mortgage.
Yes, sir. Always a pleasure to be on the show. Look forward to it every week. So hopefully we can help some people answer some questions and remove some of their doubts when they're looking to possibly purchase a home.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of things happening in the real estate space. We're going to update you on that area as well as Louise Harris in the house. Last Research and Editing. Welcome back.
Hi, Brandon. It's great to be here. I love being on the show and talking about how people can get their information out and to the right people.
Yeah, awesome. Good stuff. So we're going to talk about, some good stuff today. We have Feel Good Story of the Day coming up. A hacker is breaking into people's routers and patching them so they can't be abused by other hackers. So interesting, kind of a twist on that. Yeah, kind of a twist there. But we'll talk about that. We've talked about cybersecurity on the program. There's a lot of things out there that, we want to bring to the forefront, things that you may not consider, make you just a bit more street smart out there. And
so would that make him the Robin Hood of hacking?
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, I think that's the story.
There is a group of hackers that get together and figure out how hacking is causing problems. So there is an actual group that is doing good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's I guess, are these guys hanging out on the dark web? Is that what it is?
Well, they work for the military, and yeah, they're on the dark web.
Okay. Yeah, they're probably embedded in there, planted in all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah, good stuff. That's ways that we can help you. And speaking of helping you, we've got a buyer-seller seminar coming up on Thursday, November 8th. Save that date. It's very important, especially if you're buying, selling, or investing. We're going to have an all-star lineup for you, talking about our expert contributors going to be helping you learn to buy, sell, and invest like a pro over on, it's a fun place too, Cox Media Group, 1025 The Bone Studio across the bay there. 11300 4th Street North is 5 to 8 p.m. Catered food from Amici's Catered Cuisine. We're going to have fun grab bags, gift bags, swag bags to give out as well. So it's going to be a good time over on Thursday, November 8th, 5 to 8 p.m. Save that date. You don't want to miss that if you're in the market to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. We're going to educate you. We're going to have a home inspector there. Nick's going to be talking. I'm going to be talking as well as Advanta IRA, talking about ways that you can purchase real estate and legally avoid paying taxes for as long as you can. Legally, morally, ethically avoid paying taxes, right? So we're going to help you with that. And we want to give a shout out to our hotel partner on the beach, Bilmar Beach Resort, filled with fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation that much more special. And the Bilmar Beach Resort over on Treasure Island, beautiful place. I mean, it's got 2 pools. You got more of a kiddie type family pool. You got an adult pool over by the bar. Sloppy Joe's is the restaurant on site. Now, Clyde Smith, the general manager, was on the show a couple weeks back, and he said it's a 2-beer beach. It's going to take you 2 beers to walk to the beach. It's one of those long beaches. It's really cool. So a lot of sand and just what you're looking for over on the beach. And I believe most of the red tide's pretty much cleared out through now. So it's a good time to go visit. our official hotel partner on the beach, Bilmar Beach Resort. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of our show. And if you're watching our TV show, you've got the visuals there, the visual effect. We Beam TV. We're 5 o'clock drive time here on 1380 The Biz daily, Monday through Friday. Weekend show on FM 102.5 The Bone Sunday mornings. And we have our TV show on We Beam TV. Also, American Dream Television Show, another TV program that I'm a part of, is going to be on the CW network coming out in December, as well as Amazon, Apple TV. So a lot of cool things happening. Let's jump right into it. We got Nick Kick. He's a local mortgage expert contributor. Many years in the industry, lots of knowledge there. So we want to talk about, things that you're seeing, maybe factors affecting any deals, maybe some success stories you've had recently.
Yes. What I really wanted to talk about today is you're seeing a lot of stuff in the news about the rates going up. So that's going to scare a lot of people. They think that they're not going to be able to qualify because the rates going up raises your ratios, which then in turn makes it so you don't qualify. I want to try to dispel that myth, and you'll hear it here first. Whenever rates start going up, and we've been waiting for this for a while, guidelines are going to start to loosen a little bit. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to go back to the Wild West back in the early 2000s when we had the crisis, because they've learned from that. Right. But what it's going to do, it's going to allow buyers with not such perfect credit to actually get into a home. And it will require you to put some skin in the game, for lack of a better term. You'd have to put a larger down payment down, or a down payment period. There's a lot of loans out there where you have perfect credit and things like that, where you don't have to really put any money into it. If you have less than stellar credit, call me. I could possibly get you into a home for as little as 5 to 10% down. So with rates going up, do not think you cannot get into a home. I saw something about Bank of America putting $10 billion into what used to be called subprime lending, but now it's actually non-prime or non-QM or non-qualified mortgage. They try to pretty it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But what
fancy words.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Yes, it sounds much better because everybody has that bad taste in their mouth about subprime. So I don't want the rates going up scaring anybody. Saw something yesterday. The average conventional rate is up to 5% now. So last year at this time it was probably about 4.25.
Yeah.
So right now is time to hurry up, get in, get your application done. Let's get you pre-approved. And we can even lock your rate in. So this way you don't have to worry about what the feds are doing. You don't have to worry about what the market does. But just because you might not have stellar credit does not mean you cannot get into a home. I do have products for you as well. I'm doing a loan right now for a client. She has a 515 credit score. That's less than stellar. Right now I think the national average is close to 700. But she saved her money. She was able to get some family to help her. She put 10% down, and she's able to get into an FHA home. She's purchasing a $200,000 home closing next month.
Wow.
So that's just one of the cases that I'm able to help people that think they weren't and able to get it into a home.
Yeah.
So
515, that's a pretty low score.
Yes. It is.
Yeah.
So
but 10% down from the lending side, just to kind of understand how this works, is that the lending side there, she's putting 10% down on $200,000. That's $20,000 down.
Exactly. So she put, as I said, skin in the game. So she's willing to put her money up. Banks are more willing to loosen their guidelines to help out.
Yeah.
And then with FHA as well, you allowed for a higher debt to income ratio with a higher score, but they're not going to put you in a home you cannot afford. I personally will tell you, if you cannot afford this home, the last thing I want to see is somebody put themselves in a large debt and put themselves in a worse position. I have no problem telling you this is just a little bit too much of a home for you. Let's find something better. Let's call your realtor. I mean, I know this is the home you want, but you can't always get the biggest and best. When you go to buy your first car, do you go buy the brand new 2018 model, fully loaded with the self-driving car? No. You buy yourself a used car from a used car lot, get yourself going, save up your money, and then your next car can be your dream car. That's how the home process should be as well. Yeah. You're not going to get your mansion. You're not going to get the dream home your first time.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You need to learn how to handle a home. You need to learn, what kind of maintenance what kind of costs come with it, because there are surprises when you buy a home.
Yeah.
So let's get me a call. Applications are free. First 5 people, once again, that call me today, we will go ahead and get you a free appraisal done. So let's get the process rolling. Let's see what you can qualify for, because 9 times out of 10, within a couple years, you're going to save money by purchasing a home instead of paying rent to somebody else.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you do have a better score, I do have opportunities for the first-time homebuyer programs that I talked about many times. And also, don't forget, veterans, reach out to me. We're very veteran-centric. We want to help you get into a home. We want to help you take advantage of the VA benefit that actually helps you. We do not charge any bank fees. I do not charge processing, underwriting. I'll pay for your appraisal. Right there, saving well over $2,000 in closing. So with those in conjunction, you're coming out of pocket with next to nothing. So definitely, people with bad credit, good credit, I can help them all. I have products for just about anybody that could even thinking about buying a home. And also the investors out there that are looking to purchase and gobble up some new properties before the prices go up.
Yeah.
I don't have to show income for you guys. I can actually take the rent roll and use that as your income to get you qualified for a home. So you work with your CPAs. CPAs, help you so you don't have to pay as much taxes at the end of the year. When you write everything off, that means you don't show as much income.
Catch-22.
Yes. So then when you're trying to purchase another property, you're not able to. I have a product that can help you. So definitely, people out there wanting to buy multifamily homes or investment properties or expand on the portfolio they already have, I have great opportunities for you.
So you're going to show them the money?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Show him the money. He's got the money. The money, man. Nick Kick in the house, BBMC Mortgage. And yeah, one thing you can do also is that first home, buy it, keep it as a rental, move up.
Exactly.
Just that there's always stair steppers in life. A lot of times that's what you do. Mm-hmm. And that way you're not selling cost. There's cost involved with buying and selling real estate.
Exactly.
Doc stamps. There's ways around it if you do a trust and things like that. Selling the assets of the trust versus, there's some tricks of the trade that you can do. But, Nick Kick here, local lenders support the local economy here. Free appraisal for the first 5 listeners who want to take them up on that offer of getting pre-qualified. There's no obligation to to the process. Just come in, sit down with him. He'll make house calls, go visit you at your home or office. But Nick Kick, BBMC Mortgage, and one of the best in the business. Louise Harris coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show as well. And we got a kind of a Robin Hood of hackers coming up. An interesting story of hackers breaking into people's routers and patching them so they can't be abused by other hackers. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
And welcome back to the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. Consumer Quarterback Show powered by Platinum MVP Realty. Check out Platinum MVP Realty for all of your real estate needs. We're actually recruiting agents right now, recruiting real estate agents to our team. We've got a plethora of leads coming in, need more help working with the leads and just generating a ton of business through our marketing. So any real estate agents out there listening, we'd love to talk to you. Confidential interview. Sit down with us and talk about your future, talk about ways that we can help you grow your business. And we're back here in studio helping you win in any marketplace. Giving a shout out to our restaurant partner, Curry Leaves Restaurant, Indian cuisine, excellent food, right on Kennedy Boulevard here in South Tampa. It's just across the street from the Intercontinental Hotel there. Curry Leaves Restaurant, Indian cuisine. They've got the masala, all types of unique desserts, and just some really good food. And the spices are what's amazing with that food. Just a different flavor to it. Great staff, very friendly staff. Say hello to Saji and his team over at Curry Leaves Restaurant. They do a great job with their meals at our official restaurant partner. All right, we're back here in studio. I want to let you know about a hot listing that we've got, 9174 98th Avenue. This is another $1 million listing of mine. We just listed this property, and this is beautiful, gorgeous remodel, completely redone, breathtaking home. You got to see the video that Fabre Frameworks has done as well, and beautiful photography provided. It's got a whole house generator. I mean, so many upgrades, 5 bedrooms, 2 and 1/2 bath, $999,000, just below $1 million, 1.79 acre property. Also next door, he's got another 2 acres. So if you want to buy the whole 4 acre, almost 4 acres, it's going to be right at $1.3 million. And beautiful property listing of PlatinumMVPRealty.com. There's one of our latest. And we got one up there in Hudson as well, Box Drive. This is a nice property as well, Box Drive in Hudson. Some beautiful pictures as well for this one, and it's reduced. The owner is motivated on this property, 12939 Box Drive in Hudson. Corner lot on a hill, and you've got over an acre, I believe, here. No HOA, beautiful property, and it's well-maintained, perfectly well-maintained, and the owner is a great gentleman. He's a veteran, so we got to help him out here, get this property sold. Box Drive in Hudson, PlatinumMVPRealty.com. Check out PlatinumMVPRealty.com. All right, we got Louise Harris here, back in studio. Last research and editing. What are you seeing out there?
Hi. Well, I was going to talk about social media because a lot of people, especially entrepreneurs and startups, they're very overwhelmed by the social media because they think they have to be on every single site. They think they have to post every day. And then they think, how am I going to get the rest of my work done?
Right.
And that's really not what you have to do. You actually have to be strategic about it. You have to do, you have to know which sites are going to benefit you the most. Pick 3 or 4 and just emphasize those sites rather than trying to do every single site.
Yeah.
Restaurants are very good for pictures, so they would do well on Instagram and Pinterest. But a writer like myself, I don't do pictures, so I'm not on those sites. And so for mortgage, things that he would need to post are ways to get a good credit. I mean, ways to get a mortgage even though your credit is bad, and where you just post a snippet and then you can call for more information. I mean, that's what the whole purpose of social media is anyway, to get them back to your website.
Kind of a teaser.
Right, it's a teaser, exactly. And people don't want a lot of information when they're posting. They want short and sweet, a picture or a video, and then back to your website.
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming. You just have to know how to do it. And
So are you helping people with managing their social media as well?
I like to say that I'm a social media coach as opposed to managing it, because I feel if I train them how to do it, and that reduces their anxiety considerably.
Right.
And then they're more apt to do what they are supposed to be doing, what entrepreneurs are meant to do. And selling those products that they are creating and things like that. Yeah.
And there's programs you can utilize to schedule the posts if you work from, a lot of people say, oh, well, I don't have the time. Well, how bad do you really want to make $100,000, $500,000, whatever that number is, right? So when you go to bed, after you get done eating, do you go to bed at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or watch movies till that time? So in other words, what are you doing between 7 and midnight, on a consistent basis? Are you investing in your business, or are you watching Netflix? Right. When people use that, it's like, really, how bad do you want it?
Yes. And my favorite is Hootsuite for the scheduling.
Right.
I just love that program.
But
I know there's others that compete with it. And it is. You spend 10 minutes scheduling it, and then you're done for the week. And then, or you can find somebody that will do the posts for you and then do the scheduling for you. But
interns would be great for that.
Right.
We used to have, we need to get back on that. We had some interns from UT. It was great. I mean, we had lots of help, and they love to do it. And it's something where they learn.
What about USF, your alma mater?
Yeah, I know. It just feels like it's the other side of the county, It's like, UT's right here, But yeah, so when you look at that, it's interesting too. You brought up social media. I was just listening, when I buy audiobooks, I like to re-listen to them every, once a year at least. And I was listening to Grant Cardone, the section where he's saying, he's talking about, people used to use me as what not to do when posting on social media. And he said, because he was posting too much. And he said, really? What's too much? Just because I'm doing a lot and you're not doing anything? Does that mean, so he says stuff like that. And then he also says, you got to think of it like the internet is huge, right?
Right.
So think of it like throwing rocks in the ocean. Are you really going to fill up the ocean?
No.
So that's his point, is like post often, post early and often, all day long, post as much as you can and if people don't want to follow you, they get tired of it, okay, delete me then.
Right. And you shouldn't worry about what people are, whether they're reading it or not. What you really want to do is it's brand awareness. You want to get your brand out in the place that people are noticing it.
That's it, brand awareness. And then people will say, oh, well, what's your ROI on social media? Well, it's really hard to track, right?
It's indirect, right.
But it's indirect, and it's one of those things where, yes, I have closed deals where they had referenced, I love seeing your stuff on Instagram. You post, you're always posting, you're putting out content. I can tell you're marketing your properties. And it sets you apart from the other agencies. And this particular client was one that was a member of one of these networking groups where you have to give the business to the group. And they even chose me over their in-group deal because of the expertise level and the marketing level and the difference in exposure. Because the bottom line, it comes down to, for them, money. Everybody, it comes down to money, really.
Right. Everything comes down to money. And I will say that I have gotten business from LinkedIn.
Yep.
But it's not my focus. I'm not going to say, oh, that's where I'm getting all my businesses from LinkedIn. I just know that I post on LinkedIn and I will eventually get business from it. So.
What about you, Nick? What are you guys seeing on social media side?
A lot of the social media, we're doing a lot of Facebook ads. We did hire somebody to help blast our stuff and manage our Facebook pages and Facebook commercials and some of our advertisements on that. So we just started that. So I don't really have a whole lot of numbers, as you said, because it is intangible at most parts. So I haven't seen so many results, but we have been reaching out, helping with our brand recognition, as well as the radio show as well. This has been a great avenue for us to be able to make sure we get our name out there, make sure we help our local customers, and also by sharing it on Facebook, I'm able to reach all 50 states because there's a friend of a friend of a friend, and being able to lend in all 50 states allows me to be able to reach everybody and help everybody. But majority, 90%, 95% of our business does happen locally, between the Tampa market and Fort Myers market. So, but definitely social media, Facebook has been, something that we're really trying to drive in, to keep us out there.
Yeah, for sure. Brandon Rhymes here, your host, Consumer Quarterback Show. Nick Kick in the house, BBMC Mortgage. Louise Harris in studio as well. Last research and editing. So you also help people when it comes to writing their book, ghost writing.
Yes, I do. I have a program where they can get a book to make sure to make them look like an expert in their business. Because every time, if you have a book like you do, that raises your level of expertise. People automatically think, oh, well, this person is an author, so this person must know how to do X, Y, and Z because they have a book. It's just another marketing tool, and I do help CEOs and business owners show that they're an expert in their business.
Less than 1% of planet Earth has written a book and published a book and being an author. So it's the things that you can do to differentiate yourself. You know, social media is such a cool tool as well. It's free. You know, people complain about free. You know, everywhere you turn, you know, they're complaining about stuff. It's amazing to me that people will actually take time to, oh, well, they changed their algorithm and you know, and I can't add a friend and I can't do this. You know, suck it up and get things done.
You just gotta adapt. You know, if everything was cut and dry, everything would be easy and everybody would be doing it.
That's right.
You have to adapt. When things change, you adapt. Move on.
That's right. Yeah, there's definitely lots of opportunity. So much opportunity. You know, every day it's like, man, something new's coming out. There's so many different things popping in technology space, and you know, yes, competition's there. But the more that you can do to differentiate yourself, give yourself that competitive advantage, and you know, educate yourself. You know, sharpen the saw, as Covey used to say, right? Stephen Covey, sharpen the saw every day. So yeah, good stuff. You know, BBMC Mortgage, supporting the local economy, the local lender here, Nick Kick, BBMC Mortgage, and then also Louise Harris. Last Research and Editing can help with press releases, ghost writing for you. She can help in a lot of different ways. So we want you to reach out to our partners, consumerqb.com. You can see all their contact information there. Nick's running a special right now for the first 5 folks that reach out. He's going to give a free appraisal. That's a $500 value to your closing costs just by utilizing BBMC Mortgage. So I want to thank both of you for coming in. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun here. We're going to bring in Kat and Montemurro from Infinity Medical coming up here on the show, and we have our feel-good story coming up at you as well right after this short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you right on the other side of the break.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Tricia up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. That is our number one goal. Always remains the same, being that consumer advocate, helping you sort through a lot of the nonsense out there in the mainstream media, and just delivering a lot of timely truths to you. We bring in expert contributors that we have in the community, and they come in and take time out of their schedule to be a consumer advocate for you as well. So we really appreciate that. Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by Platinum MVP Realty, and I'm a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. I want to let you know about a couple of hot property listings that we've got. This one's 1370 Gulf Boulevard over in Clearwater Beach. This is the Bella Rosa condo, beautiful property that is listed at reduced price of $1.149 million. Beautiful condominium on the beach, Clearwater Beach, beautiful place to live, work, and play. And this condo has been reduced. It's end unit right on the beach in Sand Key, and another south. Actually, this one's over in Northeast section, Old Northeast, St. Petersburg, 215 12th Avenue, Northeast, St. Petersburg. This is a beautiful property, SIPS panel construction, steel frame home, and this is 4 bedrooms, 5 bath. $1.199 million. Beautiful listing. Looking for my $1 million buyers out there. Where you at? Come on, I need to talk to you. So we got some hot properties. Check out PlatinumMVPRealty.com. All right. So we got our friends from Infinity Medical back in studio. Mike Montemurro, welcome back, sir.
Good to see you, Brandon.
Good to see you, man. And we also have Nuria, Hahn, Infinity Medical nurse practitioner.
Nice to see you.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Awesome. So let's, where do you guys want to start today? So we're talking about Infinity Medical right here off of West Shore. And you guys are helping people with hormone replacement, helping basically live a better life. It's kind of like the goal of the show, to help live a better life. This is a way that you can do it, using science on your side, having science on your side.
Yeah, I think that, I wanted to get some credibility with the medical side of it. Nuria works every day with patients, so I thought it'd be good to get her perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. So from a day-to-day perspective, what are you seeing out there then, Nuria? What are you seeing?
I see both men and women that suffer from low hormone imbalance.
Yes.
Overall hormone imbalance. And I see a variety of symptoms. The symptoms from what men experience are unique from what women experience in general. Women, the women that we treat in generality are the women that are perimenopausal or going through menopause or have had early menopause from a prior surgical hysterectomy. The men typically come in with symptoms related to low testosterone.
Low T.
Low T.
Yeah.
Another name for andropause.
Okay. So the low testosterone, that's going to affect people. It's going to affect their just their energy levels, their sex drive. I mean, it's going to affect people differently, but for the most part, those are the main. Is that the main core of it you're seeing?
Absolutely. Yeah. The women obviously have unique symptoms: anxiety, mood swings, irritability, low libido, hot flashes, night sweats, bone loss. Memory fog, those sorts of symptoms. The men come in generally with complaints of low energy, just feeling that fatigue, low libido, joint pain, also anxiety and depression.
Right.
Very, very commonly seen with the men with low T.
Yeah. I think part of it today's society is the social media side of it. People posting all their best pictures on Instagram, and people are, oh wow, I don't look like that, and I wonder how old he is, and they start comparing it, and they have that inner game going on inside their mind, and then they that's just further amplifies that whole effect.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So with the low T, so most people probably have low T and they don't even know it. That's number one, right? I think, most people have low T. They don't really understand it until at some point they just get to a point where they, I got to go get this checked.
Absolutely. And one of the things we cater to are trying to get this early on so that men and women don't come in just feeling just downright awful from the start. So we can get sort of behind it and be proactive about it, especially in women when they start those perimenopausal symptoms. There'll be irregular periods and so forth. It's good to get them in, and both men and women get their labs checked.
Right.
We always have a baseline, lab values that we check. We do everything very safely, and but very important to get that ahead of the problem.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the most important things, just to have a clean slate, understand where you're coming from. 6 months later, check it. 6 months later, check it, or even more frequent. If you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. We're talking with Nuria Hahn, Infinity Medical. We got Mike Montemurro in the house as well, Infinity Medical Institute here in Tampa Bay. And we're talking about your testosterone levels and how that might affect your life, your body, your income potential. If you're not having energy, there's a lot of effects that come about from it. So can you give us like success stories or some ideas of what you're seeing some patients are seeing?
Yeah, absolutely. Just from a female perspective, the success stories are the 50-some-year-old woman that comes in and has not had periods for a while, and they just feel like just like a rag. Their energy level is down. They're irritable. The libido is down, and it affects not only their daily well-being, but also their relationships.
Sure.
In general, their personal relationships, their relationships in the work environment, their relationships with their partner, and so I love treating those patients that come in. We can make them feel so much better. In women, we check a range of labs that include estrogen and progesterone, and certainly always check thyroids and make sure that we have all the hormones balanced.
Yeah, that's such a big part of it, I think. Coming from a perspective of finding out, okay, what's my baseline, understanding that you guys are, you're seeing a lot of different patients, and the industry itself has a certain baseline. Like they know if your testosterone's at a 200 level, it really should be at a 800, 900, whatever that number is. So by comparing yourself to what you're seeing on national numbers, and then like you mentioned, certain things are out of line that could be potentially leading to other disease that could come. So it's preventative medicine in a way.
Absolutely. Very preventative and symptom control.
Right. Yeah. So cholesterol, high blood pressure, these are some of the things that you're seing. Yes.
And a lack of motivation when you have a hormone imbalance. And so patients are not exercising. They just have that fatigue, and get their hormones rebalanced, and they start feeling great again.
Yeah. Now, the delivery system is something that's kind of unique in itself.
Absolutely. They're traditionally hormone replacement have been administered by pills or injections or creams and gels, and we know scientifically that contributes to sort of like a roller coaster type of phenomenon, so that the levels go up and they come down, and so patients feel good temporarily and then they don't feel great afterwards. So the bioidentical hormone are pellets, and they go they're injected under the skin in the subcutaneous area, so it's out of danger, out of nowhere near the muscle, and the pellets are there, and they get absorbed into the bloodstream, into the cells, the tissues, the organs, and so it's very safe. The procedure takes just a few minutes, and the patients can resume their activities of daily living that same day. Yeah,
that's awesome. So visit Infinity Medical right on West Shore, office located on West Shore. Now, do you offer consultations, some type of a free, first consultation, or how does that process work, the intake process?
Yeah, the consultation is absolutely free. Okay. We're always hopeful that the patient at that point, or at least the prospective patient, would want to have their labs drawn, because that's the real indicator.
Right.
We know basically by looking at their intake forms when they fill out those symptoms that, quite frankly, Brandon, they're going to need help. But if we get the labs, that just helps confirm exactly where they're at.
Right. And once they go through that process, they're kind of in the environment, they're more likely to move forward with the blood labs.
Absolutely. It's very comfortable. It's we're dedicated to giving personal care to each patient, and when you come in, you can feel that, and it's a very, very warm, inviting environment.
Yeah. You look at as well, the ability when you start on a regimen like that, it's going to give you that much more of a reason to go to the gym, to be active, to and then you'll notice like you're starting to feel from your 20s, you're starting to feel, oh, wow, I got to pump real fast there, I feel like I've got that blood flowing and it's staying there and it's causing a purpose, using a purpose.
That's right. Patients really see a big difference in their muscle tone.
Yeah, they like that.
Absolutely. Men and women both.
Yeah, men and women can definitely, take advantage of it. And I think that's one of the misconceptions people have as well. Maybe we'll touch on that on the other side of the break. It's some of the misconceptions, more common misnomers in your industry. Like women, they may say, well, I don't need the certain testosterones or the other, but everyone has a balance of estrogens and testosterones and all different types. So maybe we'll dive a little deeper on that on the next segment here. We're talking with Mike Montemurro, Infinity Medical Institute, Nuria Hahn as well, Infinity Medical Institute. And we have a feel-good story of the day coming at you as well. We're always telling you something positive here. So we got a hacker that's kind of, we dubbed this the Robin Hood hacker. Okay, so it's a hacker breaking into people's routers and patching them so they can't be abused by other hackers. So it's kind of a feel-good story there coming at you here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by Platinum MVP Realty. Giving a shout out to WholeBodyFuel.com, our official meal delivery service of the Consumer Quarterback Show is WholeBodyFuel.com. Check him out online. Chef Brian Adamo and his team, Kevin, the whole team, they do a great job over there. Convenient, healthy, organic, natural proteins, veggies delivered to your home or office. And they do have the world famous protein donuts. Protein donuts. You heard me right. Excellent stuff. And it is delivered directly to your home or office. So you talk about convenient, very convenient. What else do you have in this world if you don't have your health? Eat healthy. And that's part of your plan right there. Should be WholeBodyFuel.com. Check them out. Let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. and take them up on special offers and incentives. Every day we're telling you something positive here. We got our feel-good story of the day.
Tell me something good.
All right, so we got a hacker breaking into people's routers and patching them so they can't be abused by other hackers. So interesting story here. A hacker is breaking into people's routers and changing their settings to prevent abuse by cyber criminals. The internet vigilante goes by Alexei, claims to have disinfected over 100,000 micro-tick routers already. He boasts about his hobby on a Russian blogging platform. I added firewall rules and that blocked access to other routers from outside the local network, Alexei said. In the comments, I wrote information about the vulnerability and left the address of so he's got this address there, channel, where it can be possible to ask them questions. So he said he's been fixing the micro routers that have been vulnerable that came to light earlier this year. Security research, Todd Mersch told ZDNet that over 420,000 micro routers currently connected to the internet show signs they've been infected with cryptocurrency mining scripts. So he's made the patches available online and available to home users to get the updates. In the meantime, Alexei is doing what he can do to help others. But technically speaking, Alexei is on the wrong side of the law. Despite his good intentions, it's illegal to access another person's equipment without consent. So there's your Robin Hood of hackers story. Interesting in our feel-good story. So he's on the good side of the wrong side of the business, I guess. He's out there trying to help people. So feel good story of the day. So in studio today, we have Infinity Medical Institute here. Back in studio, we got Mike Montemurro and Nuria Hahn in the house. So she's a nurse practitioner, and we wanted to tackle some of the misnomers. What are some of the common misnomers? We got a lot of listeners out there. Maybe they're driving 5 o'clock drive time here, or catching our show on the bone or the replay on WeBeam TV as well. What are they thinking? You know, what's some of the misnomers? I try to get in the mind of the listener sometime, the viewer. So what do you think in that area of misnomers?
Well, I think the key one is that people think hormones, especially for women, cause cancer.
Ah, okay.
So part of the reason I brought Nuria in today is because we give you a lot of anecdotal evidence, but she wanted to bring a little bit more science. She's studied at University of Penn. I mean, she's quite an amazing young lady, and she's got a lot of science and research behind her.
So what do you say to that? Testosterone or hormones are going to cause cancer?
It's not correct, and
Right.
that's a misnomer. And,
Yeah.
and hopefully with our information, and things can be viewed a little bit differently. We obviously screen patients very, very diligently before any treatment at all, but hormones do not cause cancer. And one of the things that we we're very good at is screening, and men come in thinking, oh, I have low T, but I can't replace my hormone imbalance because the testosterone will cause prostate cancer, and that is not true at all. And we always do check the PSA in men just to make sure that the prostate is healthy and that they don't have any issues with even benign prostate problems. And for women, we do the same thing. We make sure that there's no direct history. Certainly, if somebody comes in with a history of personal cancer, we take all the right measures to ask them the right questions and get their medical records. And they would need to be in remission for at least 2 years before we treated any women with breast cancer or uterine cancer. But one of the biggest misnomers with testosterone therapy in men is that men need high T, to have, sex. And, the real truth of it is that it's not just about that. It has to do with their levels of desire and their desire to thrive and procreate, of course, and just their general well-being.
Yeah.
And so, men need to know that a normal testosterone level can change their quality of life tremendously.
And in fact, I've even heard the opposite of the misnomer that it causes cancers. It actually, what I've heard is that having that particular level, the correct level, is going to help you prevent Alzheimer's, the prostate cancer. You're going to be less likely to contract. I don't know if that's the right word, to contract or have these types of things show up.
That's right. That information is correct.
Yeah. So it's important, to get it checked out. Start with the base. I think the baseline of the labs, finding out where your levels are, when it comes to hormones, the labs. I like the idea of finding micronutrients as well. Am I low in vitamin D? I remember when I had one of my tests done, it was low in vitamin D. I said, well, I live in Florida. What do you mean? Why? Yeah, but when you go outside, you're putting on sunscreens and you're blocking it, and you're, that's the idea, I guess.
That's right. That's right. And we always check the vitamin B12 level as well, because we know from scientific data that is very important for red blood cell promotion and growth and our digestion. So we actually do we administer B12 during the hormone treatments.
Nice. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and we'll give patients their own B12 injections that they can do. We teach them how to administer it themselves. It's super easy to do.
Nice. Yeah, that's one more way to, keep the energy levels up, keep everything balanced out, live the maximum life, live the best life you can through Infinity Medical Institute here. We got Mike Montemurro in the house, Nuria Hahn as well, and we're talking about, ways that you can live a better life utilizing scientific evidence, backed, it's all backed by science. And so, okay, so we talked a little bit about the men's side, some of the misnomers. What about the women's side?
Well, as far as the women goes, their biggest question, I would say, is reintroducing estrogen back into my body, is that going to increase the risk of breast cancer? And the answer is no. And again, we make sure that the patient is properly screened and there's nothing that could be attributing to, personal histories of breast cancer, and certainly we take that into account. But you have to understand that women have before they reach menopause, they have had a circulating level of progesterone and estradiol that have kept them going, that have kept their ovaries reproductive and them feeling good. So when menopause hits, or when the patient undergoes a surgical hysterectomy, they start feeling awful. Those progesterone levels go down, the estradiol levels go down, and it just makes you feel just downright awful.
Yeah, I can imagine, just being that, your body, just all the different functions that you have going on the women's side more so. There's so much more going on in terms of, all of that, what you just mentioned, the menstrual cycles, and to go through that. So that's where you're able to give them the hormones that are going to balance that out.
Sure, it balances everything out. The cells, the tissues, the organs, progesterone and estradiol. They feed the brain. They cause us, without them, they cause some memory fog and some irritability that's just unexplainable. We see women that come in that have had years of therapy with anti-anxiety drugs and antidepressant drugs because we don't know what else to do with them.
Right.
And then we screen them, we check them, and their estradiol level is in a negative number.
And I think that's a big point that, where we're at in America, with society, it's too many times they want to prescribe these the lithium, some of the drugs have lithium in it. I mean, that's a metal, they have the different types of psychotic drugs. And that's when you see people killing themselves and, going off. So if they look at their own body from more of a holistic approach from, the hormones and things that we already have, that's like the cannabis conversation, right? Our body has cannabis receptors in the body. It can't be, what the government has made it out to be over the years and years. But so kind of a bunny trail we could go down there, but we'll stay off of that one. We'll stay off of that one. But we got about a minute left. So give me some parting words of advice or top tips or nuggets or even like an offer for them to come in and check you out.
Well, we do. And we, for your listeners, and we've had a lot of people come in and get labs. We do a $100 lab draw for anyone listening to the show. And that's,
awesome.
We give them a free consultation. They want their labs. We only do it for $100, which is normally a $550 lab draw.
Wow.
So, some significant savings there, and they can see exactly what their levels are. If they feel they have any of those symptoms that we've discussed,
right?
Please just get your labs checked,
That's
whether
right.
it's with us or with someone else. But it, definitely can make great improvement in your quality of life.
That's right. Yeah, take action. Be one of those that take action. $100 offer to get your labs done. I mean, that's unheard of. So thanks so much for making that offer to our listeners out there, our viewers of our TV show. Infinity Medical Center. Check them out. Institute, rather. Right on West Shore. Check them out. And longtime friends of the program here. And all their contact information is on our website, consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors. Please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing. Hand it to that person that you see in need. Be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 102.5 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.